The story I'm going to tell you is A Drop of Honey. There was once a king sitting up on his balcony talking with one of his servants, and they were eating rice cakes with honey. And all of a sudden, a drop of honey fell onto their railing. The servant looked at the king and said, "Sire, shouldn't we call somebody to clean up that honey?" The king thought, "I can't be bothered with this. No, leave the honey there." So the sun was so warm that day, and the sun warmed up that honey, and it dripped down into the street. As it fell into the street, the flies began to come and get the honey. Pretty quick, a lizard came out of a building next door. Seeing those delicious flies, he thought, "That'll be my lunch." And off the lizard went and started eating the flies. Before long, a cat sat in the window of the bakery next door, seen that lizard and thought, "What a great toy!" and came out to get the lizard and started batting the lizard around in the street. A dog seen a cat, and that dog sat there at the butcher shop and thought, "Oh, I would really like to eat that cat." And so out came the dog, and he started biting at that cat's neck, and the cat was playing with the lizard, and the lizard was trying to catch the flies. Oh, the servant looked down and said, "King, I think we need to call someone. Now there are animals fighting in the street." "I can't be bothered with that," said the king. "I want to just enjoy my honey cake." And so the king continued to eat his honey rice cakes. And pretty quick, out looked the baker and thought, "You are not going to be attacking my cat." And so the baker took a rolling pin and came out and started hitting the dog with the rolling pin to get the dog away from his cat. And then the butcher looked up and said, "What? You cannot do this. This is my cat." And so they started grabbing a broom and sweeping away the dog to get the dog away from the cat. Before long, there were so many people that got involved in this fight in the street. The king said, "I still cannot be involved." And then they started throwing rocks in through the windows of all of the stores. And they tipped over the carts that were in the streets. And one person even threw a light. And it started on fire in the building. And before long, the entire kingdom was on fire, including the palace. So the firefighters came and they helped the king down the ladder to get him away from this fire. The king walked up the street and he looked and he seen something small sitting in a puddle in the street. He bent down, he touched, and he said, "Why, it's honey. I guess I should have taken care of that problem to start with. Now our whole kingdom is destroyed." The end.